All right, what is up, basketball fans? Jerry Howard here, your host, Hoops Tracker, your source for Colorado basketball. We kick off the season. We got some great tournaments, but we are going to be doing a couple of reviews this week. One of them is the Fossil Ridge Fort Collins Green and Purple tournament up north. They are loaded and they have some great teams. All right, let's kick it off with Fossil Ridge. For a lot of people, I don't people really understand with as much talent and with the parity in 6A this year, Fossil Ridge has some great players, and they got a transfer that came in from out of state. Vander Eberhard comes up with Drake Walker, Malachi Egbuji, and Carter Gray. These guys are loaded. Vander is massive. He is a big post player. He's athletic. He played on the EYBL circuit this summer. Man, watch out for this Fossil Ridge team. I think they're going to make a run. What's really cool about this tournament, they have two out-of-state teams from New York. Looking forward to seeing how they stack up. And then Prairie View. Prairie View graduated quite a few guys last year. They are going to be young. We'll see how that turns out. Mullen returns Mason Bonner, 6 senior, 18 points a game. This young man is going to be good, and he's the core around Mullen's team this year. Now, Denver East last year was young. Well, they had a couple seniors, they graduated, but they bring back a lot of young talent that had varsity experience. Dason Collier, Lincoln Lemieux, and London Edwards all return back for Denver East, and they are going to be very dangerous. This team is going to be good. Now, in that City League, you got Rangeview, you've got Denver East, Denver South, but East will be there. So for this tournament, it'll be really interesting to see how East does in their first game against Mullen. So that'll be a fun game to watch. Now, Liberty's playing Windsor. And of course, with Liberty, you think of Cam Cunningham, the young sophomore guard from last year, who's now a junior leading scorer on the team. Now, it's interesting. Liberty has a change in coach. One of their assistant coaches, their varsity coach, left for a job out of state. So they come in with a new coach, new players. We'll see how that looks. And of course, Windsor, man, Madden, Smiley, Brady, Kingsley, this team, defending 5A state champions. This is going to be a good matchup. And this matchup, I believe, is at Fossil Ridge. It's one of the 4:30 games. It's going to be really good. Now, Ralston Valley is in this, and they get to play first out St. Francis Prep out of New York. Caden Burketta, they will be without Zeke Andrews, who's playing in the state football championship this week. So size will be a little bit of a challenge, but this Ralston Valley team is loaded with Frank Saute, Caden Burketta. Look out for these guys to be an impact. Now, we're going to flip over and talk about the purple bracket. Fort Collins against Castleview. Both teams graduate a lot of seniors. They return not that much that has varsity experience, but for Fort Collins, it's going to be a young team. Same with Castleview. So this will be a good matchup out of the gate to see where they're at and where they gauge. Riverdale Ridge against Vista Peak. Riverdale Ridge, new coach, Billy Jones, Tim Jones's, the girls' coach's brother, will be taking over Riverdale Ridge in their first big matchup against Vista Peak. Both teams graduate players. You can bet Jordan Carter is going to have that Vista Peak team ready. Now, what's really interesting is the next game, because Zavarian out of New York will be playing Cherry Creek. Cherry Creek projected to be one of the top teams this year. However, they lose Jeremiah Hammond and Dylan Betts to prep school. So that's like 25 points, 30 points a game that go out the door. However, their young point guard, I believe, is Cherry Creek loses 30 points a game between Dylan Betts and Jeremiah Hammond transferring to prep schools. But Cherry Creek is young. They return Montae Johnson, point guard who led them last year from the point, along with Jeremiah. But Bodie Barnett is going to step in. This team is young, but they're big, they're fast. We expect them to do really well this year. We'll see how it plays out. And then our last game on the purple side of the bracket, Palmer versus Pooter. Palmer last year, great run in 5A, rebuilding, but they returned some key players. Wood and Lane contribute to at least almost 20 points a game coming back. And then Pooter has Barrick and Swanson as they return. I believe that's about 18-point games. So this is a great lineup. We're excited to be down and go watch this game at Fossil Ridge. Now, rumor has it we might get snow. So be on the lookout for that. Get there early, but this is going to be a great tournament. And Coach Matt up north has turned this tournament into one of the premier tournaments early in the season in Colorado. This is Jerry Howard, your host at Hoops Tracker. We will see you in the gym and we'll catch up with you. This is Jerry Howard, your host. Thanks for being with us today. We will see you guys in the gym.